Pastor Ed here with Daily Devotions for Tuesday, June the 17th, 2025. Kind of picking up on the whole Father's Day theme. If you had an opportunity to be in church or to live stream the service, or I would encourage you to watch it, just because I kind of went through some of the best and worst fathers in the Bible. Before leaving that entirely, for today, I'd like to just touch on some concepts of fatherhood and say a little bit about the difference between a father and a dad before wrapping up. No particular or single Bible verse, but several that I'll refer to throughout. First thing that we think of when we think of a biblical sense of fatherhood is a father's love. And we see that's a mirror of God's love for us. Psalm 103 verse 13 says, as a father has compassion on his children, so the Lord has compassion on those who fear him. So we love as God loves, not nearly as unconditionally and perfectly, but that's the model for our love. The second thing is the role of guidance. As fathers, that's an important, as a parent, mothers as well, obviously, to guide their children. Proverbs 22 verse 6 says, start children off on the way they should go, and even when they are old, they will not turn from it. The third thing is the importance of presence, of being with them. I talked, some of the worst fathers in the Bible were the absentee fathers, and that is not unusual, unfortunately, even in our day. First Thessalonians 2 verses 11 and 12 says, for you know that we dealt with each of you as a father deals with his own children, encouraging, comforting, urging you to live lives worthy of God. So Paul's talking about his role as mentoring and caring for for those Christian congregations, but comparing it to a father's presence. The fourth thing is nurturing discipline. Again, back to Proverbs 13, 24. Whoever spares the rod hates their children, but the one who loves their children is careful to discipline them. We may not believe in using the rod, but I think the idea is there is the one who fails to discipline their children does them a disservice. And we saw that in the story of King David, the great king, the remembered as their favorite, most important king in their history, and yet he was not only an absentee father, but he failed to discipline his children, and that led to tragic results. Spiritual leadership is number 5. We had I referred to Joshua in the verse where Joshua said to the people, if serving the Lord seems undesirable, choose for yourselves this day whom you will serve. But as for me and my household, we will serve the Lord. So spiritual leadership is a task of certainly the Christian father. The gift of time, number 6. It's a general verse, but Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1 says there's a time for everything, a season for every activity under the heavens, and that includes making time for children. I shared the story of the grandson of President John Adams, the son of John Quincy Adams, who felt like he had wasted a day fishing with his son. Unfortunately, his son thought that was the greatest day he'd ever experienced. Protecting our children is number 7. We want to take care of them. Number 8, the value of sacrifice. Romans 12 verse 1, and of course in a general sense says, urge you in view of God's mercy to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice. This is your true worship. Philippians 2 verse 4 says, not looking to your own interests, but each of you to the interests of others. Number 9, building character. Ephesians 4:29 says, do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen. And finally, the 10th thing is to celebrate the journey. Psalm 127 verse 3 says, children are a heritage from the Lord, offspring a reward from him, meaning God. But also just want to say one last thing about fathers and dads. The those words are often used interchangeably. Father, especially in our time, is more of a biological or legal term, or parent. A dad is more describes more of an active role in nurturing and supporting children. And someone pointed out it's important to note that not all fathers are dads, but not all dads are fathers. Some dads may be stepfathers, adoptive fathers, or even just father figures who have a positive impact on a child's life. And I came across a really neat piece, a poem entitled, "What's the Difference Between a Father and a Dad?" I'd like to end with that. What's the difference between a father and a dad? A father isn't a dad because he has given you life, or just because your mother is his wife. If you have a problem, a father may not care. A dad will ask about your problem and let you know that he is there. A father thinks that respect is due him rightly. A dad knows that respect is earned and should not be taken lightly. A father may be too busy to take time to talk to you. A dad will make the time no matter what else he has to do. Your father is your father, and that is his stand. Your dad may be your father, it can also be your best friend. When it's time to go to bed, a father will tell you to turn out the light, but a dad will tuck you in and tell you good night. Your father and your dad may be one in the same, and a stepfather can be your dad even if only in name. Still wonder what makes a father a dad? I've given you all the reasons I had. Your father is the one that gave your life a start. Your dad is the one who remains in your heart. Fatherhood, a gift from God, one of the many. Hope you have a great day, and I will be back with you with a brand new devotion tomorrow. Until then, take care. Bye.